Hello, hello, and welcome back as I prepare to once again gamble my seekers' lives on supremely long odds down in the gruesome grottos and gory galleries of Perfidious Manor in Darkest Dungeon. Say what you will, though. I mean, I did gamble the long odds last time, but the trifecta I bet on did pay off. Killed the Collector, killed the Shambler, and the Siren, all in a single mission. And sure, it did cost us the life of the Taskmaster, Anthony Masters. That's true. But hey, at least he got to know what it was like to be a big damn hero before he died, even if it was only for a single shining moment before the last drop of his heart blood hit the floor. And really, isn't that the ultimate goal of every comic book villain? To see the error of their ways at the 11th hour, repent on death's door, and then die heroically in the service of mankind? Well, no, yeah, you're right. Probably not. Not the well-written villains, anyway. A well-constructed villain is not going to go for that kind of hackneyed bullshit. For instance, it doesn't really seem like the kind of thing that the Joker would do. I mean, if Bruce Wayne were here, he'd probably have his butler remind us that some men, Master Wayne, just want to watch the world burn. Of course, he can't, because as you can see, Bruce Wayne here is a little bit busy keeping the old Taskmaster company here in the boneyard. Also, Alfred is spending the rest of his days squandering the Wayne family fortune, binging on booze, drugs, and hookers in an effort to drown out the pain of having broken his promise not to bury another member of the Wayne family. I made a promise, Master Wayne, and I totally broke it. And now, Master Wayne, I spend my days snorting cocaine off the ashes of the most beautiful hookers in the world while I steadily drink a diet of anisette to try and forget my pain. Could have worked out worse for Alfred, arguably. But, yeah, I think it's time to head back down in the dungeon. They say that, the best way to get over your grief is to just try and keep busy and focus on the day-to-day and send another crew of seekers down in the dank depths to die a horrible death. So let's just do that. Kill the hag. That's actually pretty interesting. A Hellion's hairpin is god-awful, actually. It'd be fantastic on a dark run, which I am never going to do because I hate dark runs. Explore 90% of rooms for a bullseye bandana. Not interested in that at all. Complete 100% of room battles. Also probably not going to do that. And also not a very good item. Man, we're getting shit. But look, check this out. The Warrens, which we have not been to in a ridiculously long time, actually has a couple missions that aren't terrifically terrible as well. Plus 40% stun killed. That's intriguing, actually. I mean, it's going to be a little while before Captain America is ready to head out into another dungeon, and I really don't want to send in my crack team of killers, Wade Wilson, Mercedes Knight, Clark Kent, and Diana Prince, to do any kind of damage there. What else have we got? Not fantastic. A Dark Bracer, which is terrible. I would like to do a Warren's mission just because our Warren's is level 1, man. If we're ever going to fight the Swine King, at some point we're going to have to raise that up. Sun Ring, though, real good. It's real good. Do we have a team that could do a medium veteran mission? Yeah, unfortunately, we really don't. I think we're going to... Man, actually, the team is looking just god-awful. We really got to take some scrubs into a dungeon, apparently. TLC is going to be real upset with us because they don't want no scrubs. Scrub is a kind that can't get no love from TLC. I mean, it's honestly not really TLC because Lisa Left Eye Lopez is dead, so it's just TC now. Can't be getting no love from TC. Arguably, you can't really get no love from Lisa Lopez either because she's dead. At least you can't get any love from her without a shovel and some very serious, I don't know, law breaking. I'm pretty sure defiling the purposes of a grave for sex is probably against the law in most states. Then again, I think Lisa Left Eye Lopez is buried in Alabama, so I mean, shit, that could go either way. I'm not trying to throw shade at Alabama. Hey, you all do you. That's cool. I think we're going to have to take the Abomination in again. But you know what? Let's just do a short dungeon. If we go with Speedball on the 4 slot... Actually, you know what? Before we do this, I'm going to do some little adjusting to Speedball. I have not been supremely enthused with what old Robbie Baldwin's been bringing to the party. We are going to up some of his skills. I think Inspiring Tune and Battle Ballad are solid. We're going to get rid of these bleed skills. And you're saying, Pete, you're getting rid of your bleed skills just in time to go to the Warrens. And this is true. But I'm going to go for the finale solo build simply because I like the versatility of having Robbie Baldwin be able to bounce back and forth from final slot to front slot in case we get mixed up. And if we're going to dedicate him to being Emil Blonsky's whipping boy, which at this point I kind of think we're stuck doing because, man, Abominations are really sort of hot garbage. If we're gonna do that, though, we've gotta... Man, abominations are gonna cost a fortune to level up, too. Because we don't have a choice here. With the abomination, we've got to go with every skill because they use all of them. So there goes an arm and a leg. Man, I really feel like that's maybe a terrifically sunk cost for Amy Oblonsky. I definitely don't feel good about having just done that. Yeah, I'm not supremely stoked about that. All right. Well, sacrificial step. I am okay with doing this because I love occultists. They're fantastic. I have no qualms about upgrading an occultist at all. And Victor Von Doom, I got no qualms about upgrading Doom either because, I mean, shit, it's fucking Dr. Doom. What's he gonna do? Disappoint? Huh, Doom doesn't know the meaning of the word. Do we want Purge or Intimidate? I think I would rather have Purge, and I really like Revenge, but Solemnity has also been good. Let's just go with that. I mean, you know, Doom seems like kind of a solemn sort. Well, I mean, then again, it is Doom, and Revenge is sort of his motivating factor. You know what? Yeah, if somebody's going to murder Reed Richards, and it's going to be Doom. Doom's not going to let anybody else do that, and murdering Reed Richards is basically his life's goal. So we're going to give All right, Dr. Doom, you've convinced me. It's revenge for Doom. That is right. Doom will have his revenge. My Dr. Doom impersonation is fucking terrible. I know I'm going to regret that, because I'm going to be wishing I had Solemnity almost immediately. Anyway, we got Robbie Baldwin sorted. Let's throw old Jean the Victim Gray down in there because, shit, what worse could possibly happen to her? Amy Oblonsky works okay out of the second slot. Oh, that's right. We can't do Doom and Blonsky on a... God damn you, abomination piece of trash. Fine, you'll work with a bounty hunter, won't you? Also, you know what? That reminds me. Let's get Denning's skills fixed, too. If we're going to have the Paladin and Amy Oblonsky be working in tandem, although this is the last time this is going to happen because... our bounty hunter's gonna level here. Anyway, it's gotta be done, so let's gather, collect bounty, and shit, let's just go crazy. We're just gonna, I mean, I'm just throwing cash down a hole at this point. So much sunk into it now, why not just keep with it? Flashbang is not terrible. Come Hither, though, is also actually pretty good. It's a pull with 100%, great base accuracy. It does very little damage, but it does do some damage. Flashbang also can't be used from the front slot, which I'm not a... You know what? Let's go with Come Hither. So let's get everybody down. We'll equip our skills, make sure they're all in the right spot. We are going to have Denning working from the front slot, so let's get him the old Come Hither, and give me Finish him instead. Not that we're rolling with a lot of stuns. I just like Finish's versatility. It's got some good... And we do have some... Beg your pardon? Oh, right, Megan. Yeah, sorry, you weren't even supposed to be on the mission. I totally picked the wrong guy. I'm taking your boyfriend... who's a little bit less of a prude than you, Megan, you bitch. Be like, no, I'm not going into the dungeon with that abominable piece of shit. Man, don't be hating on Emil Blonsky. Captain Britain's got a much more open mind. So we are not going here. We're going to go to the Warrens. 100% of room battles on a short mission. You know what? This may sound insane, but I'm actually going to take the short mission, even though it has a shitty reward. Specifically because a short mission may not level Paul... No, he's going to get 2. Never mind. I was going to say it may not level our bounty hunter, but he's only 2 shy. He's going to level, and in that case, we should definitely take the media mission then. Just because it's got a better gold payout. If nothing else, the gold is going to be important. So let's grab some food here. We don't have a huge amount of healing, but I'm not going to go crazy. We're getting real low in the cash situation. It is not good. I mean, the coffers are getting very low. Honestly, I think we may just roll with this. Yeah, we can't really afford to invest anymore. Sorry, guys. We blew it all on the trifecta that we tried to get to pay out when we did the whole Shambler Siren Collector thing. And, well, I mean, Taskmaster died, and now I'm stuck trying to patch up the holes the Taskmaster has left in our roster by spending a goddamn fortune upgrading an abomination who I actively dislike. Somebody out there is right now saying, geez, Pete, why don't you just throw good money after bad? And yeah, I'm going to, because that's the thing. Did I forget to bring I got to bring torches. I forgot my torches. This is like the 3rd time I've done this now. I'm always forgetting the torches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we would be backtracking. Or we could go 1, 2, 3. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we'd be backtracking through the inky darkness, but it would at least be known darkness. Well, damned if you do, damned if you don't. All right, team, let's do this. I mean, you're going to earn your fucking keep here, or alternatively, we're going to abandon this mission because I am not going to... That's a good dodge. Nice job, Paladin. I know they only turn you loose in a dungeon with a stun gun. The one guy who has a stress heal, we're going to have... Emil Blonsky, you're doing everything on this mission. I hate to break it to you, son. All of the hard work, anything that's difficult or dangerous, you're doing all of it. Anything that's even remotely risky, you, sir, are going to be at the forefront of the risky situation. So just get ready for it. Be prepared. It's all you, dog. It's all you. Do we want a manacles? It's got a respectable stun. It does only hit one target. Alternatively, now, you know what? If we could stun the stress unit, that would be enormously useful. 3 damage is not huge, but the stun is nice. All right, Baldwin, we're going to have you go ahead and do the battle bout. Little early for stress heals. We're not really deeply stressed as of yet. We're going to get some opportunity to make some magic happen here. Might be able to kill that guy with the sacrificial stab if we get lucky. We did not get lucky. Emil Blonsky taking a little rend for the old gods. That's fine. He's got a self-heal. Little bump in the night. Paladin taking some damage. All right, Pally Pal of mine. I think go ahead and kill that man. That's one less guy swinging at us next turn. Little early for stress relief? Yeah, you know, it's never too early for stress relief. Let's go ahead and have Robbie Baldwin start singing Every Rose Has Its Thorn. Just like every cowboy sings a sad, sad song. Every fight has a gesture, yeah, yeah. Brian Braddock getting pulled to the front. That's not a big deal. We'll just have him stab a dude in the face. That's fine. We don't mind a little good facial stabbing now and then. Gonna have trouble finding a target to stab in the face, though, if the Paladin keeps having his way. Can you finish him? That's why we like finish him. Right there. That's what it's there for. Need somebody who can hit the 3rd slot? Hey, we got a guy who can hit that 3rd slot, because Paul Benning, he can hit the 3rd slot. Why does hitting the 3rd slot sound suspiciously like, I mean, it sounds vaguely sexual and, like, vaguely sexually unpleasant. You came from nothing, but you'll not end with nothing? Yeah. Go. All right. You're just going to stand there and stare at it? You're the one who's trying to steal. If you're going to fucking steal, have some balls and get to stealing, man. Be sitting there dithering and be like, oh, I don't know if I really want to do it or not. If you're going to go in and shoplift, man, do it right. Just get in there and fucking start rooting around. So our light level is very swiftly going to become a problem here. Brian Braddock delivering some not fantastic, but non-zero damage. Good dodge from Speedball. All right, Speedball. Speaking of speed, let's speed everybody up here, Baldwin. Wonder which Baldwin Robbie Baldwin is. Yeah, all right, so we're going to be doing some stress relief. Honestly, I think we're going to have to go for... Well, first things first, we're going to have Paul Denning mark, because somebody's got to kill this big bad swine. Those guys are tough. I think we're going to have to go for the transformation here. We're going to need mad damage. We're taking some stress. More stress than I would like, specifically because this is... I mean, we've got the higher dark, which is giving us the bonus stress. That's unfortunate. Look where it hurts. What I'm really worried about here are monster criticals. Those are going to be the big problem. Emil Blonsky pulling out a nice critical and getting a little bit of stress relief. Non-zero chance of facial stabbing gets us a kill, but I would rather take out the slasher. Pick the right target. If we had gone for the other guy, would not have gotten the kill. Paul Denning harvesting that shit, collecting that bounty. Yo, let's get some stress relief. Gotta keep the Paladin inspired, man. I mean, he arguably, as a paladin, he should be the one doing the inspiring. He should be the inspiration. He should be the change he wants to see in the world. But it's not going to happen. Can we slam that guy? No. We can rage him. All right, rage is fine. There we go. Blonsky getting it done. All right. Little heal for switching back in forms. A little bit of stress relief as well. Overall, that combat went, I mean, it went reasonably well. Emil Blonsky, of course, again, doing the dangerous work, looking in the unknown chest. Could be anything in there, which is why we're having the Abomination take a peek. And we are going to be in full darkness very, very shortly. On the plus side, we should be getting more loot. Jesus Christ, Abomination, they should call you the Kleptomania Nation. That didn't even work. The Kleptomation? Oh, never mind. You're not keeping the stuff. You just want to touch everything. Well, that hurt. 3 damage. You know what? That stress was. Let's go ahead and bandage that bleed, actually. Don't want to have to heal yet, and we do have a campfire, so we can refresh our torchlight once. We're not quite in full darkness. The surprise is definitely suboptimal. Oh, we forgot to change Robbie Baldwin's skills. God damn it. All right, give us the speed boost here, Baldwin. How much health have you got? 9. What's your protection rating? Not huge. You know what? Non-zero chance we could get a kill here. Oh, all right. I was hoping we might be able to pick off a carrion eater before we got picked off ourselves, but no such luck. Emil Blonsky's just got to move. And this is where we're going to get into troubles. We're going to start seeing a lot of monster criticals coming in. Drums a bit of debilitate. Once again, Speedball proving unremarkably... Well, no, never mind. It's not unremarkable. It's fantastically remarkable. He's proving remarkably difficult to hit. Give me the kill. That's my boy, Braddock. Captain Britain inspiring the troops with a little beetle mania. These guys are like hugely blight resistant. Actually, they're completely blight resistant, so that would be pointless. Give me something here, Abomination. All right, the stun will do. We can finish that guy. That's another, you know, that's actually a good bounty hunter. That's actually not a bad little bounty hunter Abomination synergy. It sort of works. We could be having Brian Braddock throwing marks down for us too, which would have solid benefits as well. That guy's no longer stunned, which is unfortunate. You know what? Let's do this. Yeah, it's a devastating 1-point critical, Mr. Narrator. But it did open the door for Paul Denning, who then immediately shut the fucking door on that guy's face. Blonsky's a little banged up. All right, the Abomination is looking at... he's seen some better days. Robbie Baldwin keeping us in it from a stress standpoint. I think the Abomination is definitely going to have to go for the old ablution here. Absolve yourself, sir. You need the health. Little Drums of Doom. The stress attacks are a problem. Robbie Baldwin just can't quite keep up with it, and stress is sort of going to be our delimiter. You know, as much as I don't necessarily want to do this, good lord, Captain Britain can't not critical. It's the only thing the man knows how to do. He just opens the door, and then he's like, hey, Paladin, just you want to go knock that guy down, buddy? He's opening the door for the Paladin. I mean, he is British, so I guess, you know, a Paladin would be something he would be inspired to follow. He's like, no, it's great. I'm like a Knight of St. George, man. Patron Holy Order of the City of London. My home away from home. Brian Braddock getting, you know what, he's getting marked. That's not really a big deal. And once again, finish him coming in huge with another finishing blow. And the treasure, it's not fantastic, but it's not terrible either. So let's get this swap back. And again, things are dangerous, so let's go ahead and have you throw a nice little medicine. Pick up 12 food. That's a ton. We're going to eat some of that. So let's get you. 3 is probably good. Abomination, get you a little bit of a nosh. Brian Braddock, I really think you've earned it. We still have 2 full stacks of food. That's plenty. And we got a lot of dungeon here left to go. So we picked up a scout. We picked up a secret room. Of course, I didn't bring a key, did I? Of course I did. Why would I bring a key? On the plus side, though, no room battles. So we can skip this. Our goal is to fight 100% of room battles. We can avoid that shit altogether. We're going to be in the pitch-ass black. I do want to check out the secret room. No fight. We don't have a key. We will still have the Abomination open this. There's no reason to not open it. 300 gold and an onyx. Not exactly fantastic, but it'll do. And now we can backtrack. We'll be in full dark very soon, which is a problem because that means, you know, Shambler encounters in the inky pitch blackness are definitively possible. And we're going to run completely out of light just in time to get a random hallway battle. Fan-fucking-tastic. So how do we want to handle this? I think we go for the mark and the kill. We almost don't need to mark to kill that guy, though. You know what? Give me the weakening curse. Brian Braddock gets the mark. That guy's dodge is way down. I don't like Swine Slashers at all because they do have a huge bonus to critical. One of their attacks has got a big critical bonus. It's a pretty significant problem at times. We need to keep our stress low. If we do have to fight the Shambler, stress is going to be probably the delimiting factor. Let's see if we can stun this piece of shit. Okay, we could go for the finish him, or we could go for the collect bounty. Guys, hey, you want to leave Captain Britain alone back there, you jerks? What did Captain Britain ever do to any of you bastards? Huh? I think we will go for the finish him, actually. This mark is going to hang around for a little while. We've got plenty of time to finish that dude off. A stun here would be great. All right, come on, Blonsky. That's my boy. Emil Blonsky getting it done in human form. Our little pig friend taking a swing at the Paladin. He can take it. He's a big boy. He can play rough. Monster heal. Oh, that's so good. Captain Britain bringing the shit. Man, Captain Britain has been top-notch this mission. Nobody can say that just because he's British, he doesn't know how to fight. Oh, yeah, I might hold my finger up in the air when I have me tea, but that doesn't mean I don't know how to beat an ass. I'll beat your ass, and then when I'm done, I'll enjoy a nice cuppa. How much health have you got left? We are unlikely to do 7. You have 5, which we're relatively likely to get out of an abyssal artillery. Beautiful. Another butcher's cut for the abomination. Honestly, if we had to pick somebody to take that butcher's cut, the abomination is who we would have taken because, bam, little self-stress reduction, little self-heal. Speaking of stress reduction, hey there, Robbie Baldwin, old Bobby B, they like to call him. Getting it done, and then I think we'll just have Paul Denning go ahead and murder you. Yeah, there we go. Holy shit, we actually got a torch. The one thing we didn't pick up, too. So we've got some food to play with. Let's eat a little food. I don't want to go crazy with it. You know, I'm going to actually pop Paul Denning completely to the top. Can we burn this torch? Oh, we can burn it straight out of there. That's beautiful. This buys us a little bit more time. We might even be able to get in one more room before we have to camp. Now, we are definitely going to camp. That's a given. Camping is on the menu. But if we can get to this other room before we need to pitch the camp, I will be quite pleased. Then we'll only have 4, at a maximum, 4 rooms left to do in the dungeon before we get a jet. But our torchlight, we're going to be real low by the time we get to this room. And if there's a room fight, that could spell disaster. Bam! Another torch! Oh, the dungeon giveth. I mean, the dungeon also taketh away, like it took away the Taskmaster and Bruce Wayne. But the dungeon, okay, wow, holy shit. Thank you, Darkest Dungeon, for continually saving me from my own abject stupidity. It seems like every time I forget to bring torches into a dungeon, we get just enough torchlight to sort of help keep us in action. Man, that was a lot of stress. I still didn't fix Robbie Baldwin's... God damn it. Alright, get to the back. That fixes most of our positioning problems. The critical is very unpleasant. Did resist the bleed, however. Who hasn't gone yet? You haven't gone. All right, finish that bastard. Or at least put a serious softening on him. Now he's going to go. All right. I was hoping we might be able to have Brian Braddock finish him off before he got an opportunity to go. That, however, is not in the card. So instead, we're going to try and stun this swine wretch so he doesn't hit us with another stress attack. That worked respectably well. We could fall back, or we could just straight up kill a dude. I think we straight up kill a dude. That's my boy. Man, Captain Britain... He's out there fighting for Queen and country. He's putting the word on the street, man. You don't mess with the Queen. Probably should actually not have done that. Probably should have given that to the Paladin instead. For the Queen! All right, well, let's see if we can stun that guy. Huge critical from Emil, and the stun. Beautiful, sir. The Abomination. He was terrible last mission, but now he's setting him up, and the Captain Britain is just out there cutting throats, man. Look at this. Now the team suddenly comes rallying back. Holy shit. Man, it's like we said something bad about the Queen and then made fun of Cricket for being indecipherably bizarre. Plus 20% stun skill chance. Hey, Abomination, you want a trinket? Well, ain't too bad you got one. Whether you want it or not, that's yours now. Enjoy that. It's your trinket. Aladdin, we need you in the front. There we go. So order has been restored. You know, we're actually coming out of this okay. We'll grab a couple more food for the Paladin. We've got maybe 1, maybe 2 more rooms in us here. Especially if they're empty. Now, there is at least 1 more room battle, so we do have to be cognizant of that. We've got 1 more fight on our plate. That trap definitely suboptimal. Well, you were supposed to let him eat that food, Paul. Thanks for eating the Abomination's food, by the way. Very, very polite. Very funny, Darkest Dungeon. Very fucking funny. Suck my dick. I'm not fucking fighting the Shambler. I already beat one last mission. On the plus side, though, I mean, it's as dark as it can get. The Shambler does extinguish her torchlight completely. But I really don't feel like we're in the right kind of... you know what? Oh, we can't fight the Shambler. I don't have a torch. Couldn't fight him if I wanted to. So thanks, default, for making my decisions for me. I'm going to give the Paladin a little bit of stress reduction here. This actually would have been a respectable party for a Shambler fight, though. It really would have been okay. Alright, so Blonsky, I would love for you to get a kill here. Oh, how about a stun? Alright, that'll do. And then can we finish him? Finish this guy? You can't hit that guy. Can you hook and slice him? Yank his ass to the front, then. There you go. I mean, it doesn't help. You're still getting puked on. It's like a sorority party up in here. Oh, great. You got bad humors. That's fucking terrifically horrible. The proclivity for these puking guys to give us disease does seem a little high. Like, the connect percentage on the disease, it's a little egregious, and we're going to get whacked. I hate surprise. I hate it. Surprising monsters is never a benefit anymore. It's almost always to your detriment to actually surprise a monster. You're better off to just let him go. I do want to kill... Alright, stun that guy. Maybe he's stunnable? Alright, we did get the stun. But surprise is a I really feel like that's the surprise mechanic in the full development build here of Darkest Dungeon does have some actually pretty decided flaws, that being chief among them, in that surprising an enemy is almost never to your benefit, especially if it's an enemy with high speed. Enemies with high speed, all they're going to do is hit you twice in a row, and on the higher level dungeons, having the enemies cycle through and hit your party 8 times just means somebody's going to fucking wind up dead. Ryan Braddock continuing his campaign of terror. British terror. Coming through, bringing jammy dodgers for everybody. He's like, oh no, you will have a jammy dodger. You don't like milk in your tea? Too bad, this is Britain. You will fucking have milk in your tea and you will like it, son. Paul Denning with a rare failure to kill. Abomination, I really feel like you should probably heal. We will have Brian Braddock actually drop a straight up heal on you as well. Got to get you out of the cellar. You're looking a little bit wrecked. We do need to keep an eye on Paul Denning now that he has bad humors. Got to give the Abomination one thing. The guy is remarkably resilient when it comes to diseases. Can't hit one. Knock that guy with the chain, please. There you go. Give him the old Ghost Rider maneuver. That's what we like to call that. Give him the Ghost Rider, they'd say. And then Emil Blonsky just stops and stares longingly into somebody's eyes. Be like, no, we meant just hit him with your chain. He's like, no, I got to do the soul stare, baby. Be like, you know, the soul stare is real creepy. That's why you've got like 17 restraining orders against you. Because every time you meet a girl, you're just like, I'm going to stare deep into her eyes for hours and hours on end. Girls don't like that, man. They don't like that at all. You don't want to do that prolonged eye contact, Emil. I'm thinking this is probably our last battle, but I'm also thinking it's definitely time we make camp. We're going for the repast. We got the massive stress reduction there. Basically, we don't even need stress reduction. Alright, so who has something that can keep us from getting ambushed? Bonus scouting chance is interesting. The quickening. Bonus speed for you. Anger management. Your stress goes up by 20, everybody else reduces theirs by 10. Interesting. Dark strength is real good. We could dark strength. No. What do you got? Every rose has its thorn. That's everybody goes down. And, okay, so we have to do that. Nobody has anything that can prevent us from being ambushed, however. You give yourself bonus accuracy and bonus crit. So let's try and get rid of all of our stress. So we're going to have Emil anger management. That takes care of everybody but Emil. Well, there's one stress on the Paladin, but that's fine. He can handle one stress. We can every rose has its thorn. That gets rid of 15 on everybody, which is, it seems like overkill. It's going to give everybody else a bunch of stress. You don't have any to reduce, so we don't really need to do that. What if we dark strength Paul Denning? And then every rose has its thorn. Every rose, just like every jester, sings a sad song about the death of Taskmaster. Alright, so Robbie Baldwin actually held it down for there. Pretty much every single camping ability we used was his. You can't reduce your own 9 stress with Encourage, so as much as I might like to do that, We basically could... fine, just wouldn't care. Might as well use the time. You're glad you attended a liberal arts university. That may be the best fireside chat I've ever seen. That's fantastic. Don't underestimate the value of a liberal arts education, folks. You could wind up like me, Perfidious Pete, with a liberal arts degree, yeah, and woefully underemployed. This, too, could be you. You could live the dream. Get an English degree. You can sit and write deep things about being underemployed. Or you could play video games on the internet, which pretty much you don't need a degree to do, so maybe just skip the crushing extra debt from not going to college and just start playing video games on the internet. All right, Braddock. Well, Blonsky, you're still doing all the dangerous shit, so paw around on this rack of blades. You know, you're stealing a nasty gash there, Blonsky. The nasty gash shit is specifically a Wonder Woman joke. You, sir, are not supposed to be having a nasty gash. One, because you don't have a gash. Two, because it's a Wonder Woman joke. What am I supposed to do now when Wonder Woman has a nasty gash? How can I make a joke about it if you're trying to hone in on her shtick, man? Wonder Woman really needs to trademark the nasty gash bit. Otherwise, Blonsky's gonna go full Dane Cook and take all of her best material.
Death waits.
So now that we have light, of course, we're gonna get criticaled 8 billion times. I'm tempted. Can we just straight up whack that guy? No. I was gonna say I'm tempted to pull that guy forward, but you know what? I'm beyond tempted. I am gonna pull him forward. Let's get a little Scorpion. I still have not fixed Robbie Baldwin's skills. Buff ballad, please, Baldwin. I will fix your skills after this fight. I will do it. It's going to be the last fight in the dungeon, and I will forget because I'm just going to leave. But I will nah, you know what? I'll forget. I'm just going to straight up admit it. I'm not going to remember. Blonsky, can you kill anything? Probably not. Best use for you, I guess, might be to go ahead and throw a stun at our little abomination pig there. Wilbur, Abomination Pig. It's the sequel to Wilbur Pig in the City? Or was that Babe? Probably Babe. This is Babe the Abomination Pig. It's like Babe 3, the Abomination Pig, Babe's Revenge, where Babe just goes on a fucking gigantic bacon-fueled kill rampage. He's gone full cannibal, and yeah, Babe goes full cannibal. He just goes on a massive rampage throughout the city, and he's stalking butchers through the streets. Starts off at a small-town supermarket and then just keeps working his way up the food chain until eventually he's trying to assassinate the head of, like, I don't know, Ralston Purina. I can't think of another company that would... I can't think of a slug. Oh, you know what? Yeah, never mind. I was going to say Tyson Foods, but they're exclusively chicken, so that doesn't make sense. I can't think of the head of a major beef or pork company. I'm going to go with Ralston Purina, even though I'm pretty sure they just make dog food. Hey, maybe they make it out of pork. Probably not, because that seems like that would be ridiculously expensive brand of dog food. Maybe he starts going after, like, artisanal dog food manufacturers. Be like, oh, we make our dog food out of 100% pure pork. And Wilbur, or Babe, rather, the Abomination Pig, is like, oh, the fuck you do, my friend. The fuck you do. There will be no more of my brethren becoming food for the dogs. Oh, no. I'm taking it back. Why don't you heal yourself, Reddick? There's a non-zero chance that this is not the last room in the dungeon. I mean, we might have a little more row to hoe. 2 damage is... we actually got the stun. Alright, well, you're dead now. Once again, Blonsky setting up the bounty hunter. Oh, now we get a torch. If we wanted to.
So too will resistance.
If we wanted to. We could go back and fight the Shambler. This is not the end of the dungeon, though. Now, you know what? I learned my lesson last time. I fought the Shambler last time when I didn't need to. It did not work out well. Let's just not. Let's maybe just not do that. Yeah, it just seems stupid. Let's burn both of these torches. We'll pick up some extra space. Our light is now maximized. We're ready to adventure. Blonsky, touch whatever that is. Some weird occult scrawling? Sure. Now you're a Warren Scrounger. Not even sure what that does for us. Ah! Before I forget, Baldwin. Come on, let me justice skills, please. Alright, we're gonna do this. So, we want solo finale. That is solo. There we go. Now we're set. We're gonna solo finale, baby. You know what? Let's test this out. Let's start it off with a solo. Bam! So we get the mad debuff. What is that? Oh, holy shit. That's actually really good. Minus 14 accuracy? That's top shelf, actually. Blonsky with the stun. That's actually a really good combat starter for the Abomination. Let's mark you. That way the Paladin can kill you. When you know what? Maybe I've come around on the Abomination. Maybe I can make this team work. This is actually not a terrible team. Once we've switched our Jester to the solo finale bounce around the party kind of thing, this might work considerably better. And see, now we have him finale. This will drop him to the back. This only hits one guy, right? Yep. All right, let's hit you. Okay. Yeah, I'm very much liking that quite a bit. Speedball's starting to get a hang on his powers, man. He's bouncing around now. Blonsky does have some stuff he can work out of the third slot, as does Denning. I kind of like that. That seems, you know what? All right, maybe the Abomination is, maybe he's won me over.
Success so clearly.
We have so many Onyxes we can't even carry them all.
Or is it merely a trick of
If we're going to get rid of something, what should we get rid of? I think this shovel. Our buyback that we would get from the shovel is going to be way less valuable. Also, Darkest Dungeon, could you please lick my crusty taint for making me come to every single fucking room in this dungeon? Of course it did. Lick my ass, dungeon. Just right up in there. Right up in there. Just get all up in there. Right in my little puckered starfish. Give it a good, nice, long lick. The Abomination has spotted fever now. I'm real salty. Just here at the 11th hour. Haha, at least I still had food. Fuck you, dungeon. Here at the 11th hour. There, the final room battle. Not good. Surprise on final room. Also not good. Very extraordinarily salty. You only go forward one, but you go back two. Well, we do actually need you to go forward one. Would love to have started with Robbie Baldwin. You know, if we hook this guy to the front, we get him in front of Fatty, we can. Fatty Boom Batty now can't really do much. I don't really want to move you back two. I only want to move you back one. Blonsky, you don't have anything that can... you can't move yourself forward. Alright, we're going to have to waste some time here after the surprise. Taking a rust shot, which does move him back. Little harmless poke, which was in fact 100% harmless. It's very tempting to have Robbie Baldwin go for the solo finale, but I really think it's the wrong move. Let's try and start the next round off well. Little point-blank shot, so the Paladin takes a bullet to the face. No big deal, he's got some bulletproof armor. We're straight up gonna go. This is our last fight. We're gonna pick up some stress here towards the end of things. Honestly, I think it's probably an okay move. 13 damage from the Abomination. That's a palpable hit. I think we forego healing in this case in favor of damage, and we're going to heal some of this stress. Robbie Baldwin's going to bring that down. The Paladin is almost completely eradicated in the stress department. The ever-irritating blanket fire from our little friend in the back, but health is not a big deal. I'm more concerned here about stress than health. We get all of our health back just from exiting the dungeon, so as long as we have one hit point, it doesn't cost us extra. Walking out of here with stress, though, that costs a fortune, and we don't have a whole lot of gold. Speedball taking a little punishment. Haha, joke's on you. He actually likes a little light lash now and then. So here comes the Abomination. That won't hit them both. Just go for the kill. Did not get it. That does soften him up, though. That's what I'm looking for right there. Once again, set up Brian Braddock. Brian Braddock delivers. Man, that man, I'm telling you, he's the greatest occultist since Doctor Strange, which doesn't make any sense at all because the Sorcerer Supreme was not British. We're going to eat a rain of whips here. No criticals is all we care about. All right, well, thanks for salt in the wound, you jerk. I mean, all right, who needs the stress reduction the most? Blonsky, you can deal with your own stress. Baldwin, why don't you heal your own stress? Jester, heal thyself. And I guess we'll just have the Abomination straight up. You know what? Switch back. Switch back. There you go. That gets you a heal. Gets us some modicum of stress relief. And you know what? You can heal your own stress here. That's my boy. And then we'll just have Brian Braddock just stab this man in the face. And Captain Britain closes things out like a true Brit with a top-notch stomping victory. We take all the loot. The quest is complete. We'll continue adventuring for just a moment. I do not remember what goes on. Is this a sacrificial stone? Firewood goes on that, and I don't have any firewood, and I'm not touching it without firewood. Let's just get the hell out of the dungeon. This went far better than we had any right for it to, considering that was largely a full darkness run. The only torches we had on that run were torches we found. Pretty good loot, actually. Not as much as we spent preparing for the mission, but those preparations are going to stay with us. I mean, once we've got an investment, we've made an investment in good people. I feel like a solid financial strategy. I feel like a really smart CFO or CEO. We'd be like, you know what? We invest in our people. That's what we invest in. 100% of Perfidious Pete Co's profits are a reinvestment in growing the brand. That's what we're all about. Unfortunately, this team is going to be shelved for a little while, thanks to our bounty hunter friend. Oh, great, you got the yips as well. Fantastic. So bad humors and the yips, irrepressible for Emil Blonsky, and he's also got hysterical blindness. That's lovely. Well, you're right up there with Batman Blonsky. He was also hysterically blind. Robbie Baldwin did not level. We're going to need another bounty hunter, I think. I actually really like bounty hunters, so maybe hiring a second bounty hunter is not the end of the world. Alternatively, we do also need another man-at-arms. Steve Rogers retired to a private dice game in unknown whereabouts. Gambled and recovered 69 stress and is seen no more. Well, he'll come back fully relaxed. Squirrel Girl recovered 69 stress, okay, while praying. So, I mean, at least she wasn't probably engaging in an actual 69. That seems like more of a brothel sort of thing. Megan underwent effective disease treatment and cured her vertigo. So speaking of disease treatment, Catherine Bishop, you have the rabies, and you'll be keeping those. Blonsky, let's go ahead and get you in here. Spotted fever, not that bad. Hysterical blindness is, you know, actually not that bad, but I think we'll get rid of it. Small chance we might get rid of spotted fever as well. Denning, you have bad humors. That shit has got to go. Anybody else need any kind of quirk removal? Somebody got a shitty quirk, but it's also somebody who's already in. Megan, what have you got? Now, screw that. You need stress relief. We can't do anything with you. Squirrel Girl, you got any quirks? Nah, those are all fine. I mean, I say those are all fine. Squirrel Girl doesn't have a single fine quirk. 5 damage to range skills. Are these ranged? Finale is a melee. Solo is ranged. But then again, it has a minus 100% damage mod, so I suppose that doesn't really matter, does it? You know what? You can keep the scattering. It's fine. Jean Grey is faithless and resolute. No chance we're getting rid of either of those. Deviant taste for Victor Von Doom. Well, I mean, it's probably got something to do with the hideous scarring in the mask. That seems, sort of karmically appropriate. I think we'll leave that. I fucking hate compulsive. It's so expensive, though, and on a level 1 trooper, it's just not worth the investment. Braddock is a wield phobe. John Constantine is afraid of beasts. Ooh, he has faded, which we wouldn't mind locking in. Anybody else got anything that really needs to go? Electra, not quite nachos. Nothing we can afford to get rid of, really. An intense craving for alcohol. That's fantastic. Why doesn't it just say drunk? Flagellant is not a big deal. Dark Temptation and Hyromania. Okay, here we go. Oh, geez, Wilson, buddy, man, you are a seething ball of neuroses, Deadpool. I mean, it seems sort of appropriate thematically, but weak grip is god-awful. That shit's got to go. All right, so get your ass in the sanitarium, then. We're going to strengthen your grip. We're going to get you one of those little pair of, like, squeezy things with the spring in the middle that you always see, like, tough guys using in 80s movies where they're like, yeah, they're usually picking on their little brother. Be like Chet in Weird Science, offering you a nice greasy pork sandwich served in a dirty ashtray while squeezing one of those grip strengthener things. Can't you get anything we want to get rid of? Actually, tuckered out sort of sucks. Claustrophobia and on off guard is real shitty too. I would rather get rid of tuckered out. I mean, Superman can't get tired, I guess, unless you locked him in a closet with no exposure to sunlight. Why the leather straps? That's a good question, Clark Kent. I mean, it's not like they're going to stop you. You are fucking Superman. It would take kryptonite straps to sort of hold your ass down. But while I install the kryptonite straps so that I can murder you, you worthless piece of shit, I'm going to wrap this one up. If you enjoyed it, feel free to drop a like down in the comments section. Of course, your support does really mean a lot to us. And if you'd like to hear me hate on Superman on a regular basis, you might consider subscribing as well, because God, my loathing for Superman is unparalleled. Hate on him pretty much routinely every episode. So, hey, yeah, look forward to that. Subscribe. You can get a lot of Superman vitriol. Right now, however, thanks very much for watching. I'll see you again soon.